Fine, good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. I hope by God's grace you all are safe. So pray to God for your health, for your parents, your studies, food and your environment daily. Okay students? So warm greetings to you all students. So welcome to our today's online class. So this period is computer science for you. Okay. So till last class you have studied about chapter 4. So and also I have marked the question answers for chapter 4. Isn't it? So those who have textbook. So please mark the question answers. Okay. So because this week onwards they are providing textbook from a school onwards. School itself they are providing. So please get the textbook fast and mark the question answers and study. Okay student. So today you are going to start a fresh chapter 5. So what's the title of the new chapter mean? Working with Windows operating system. Okay. So this chapter is interrelated with the fourth chapter. Okay. So in the fourth chapter you have studied lot of things regarding operating system, isn't it? So what's the use of operating system? What do you mean by operating system? So what's the features of operating system, isn't it? So this chapter onwards you are going to work with this operating system. So what are things you can able to do in the operating system? So that and all you are going to study detail in this chapter. Understood? So listen. So in the introduction part they have given what are things you have studied in the last chapter. Okay. So operating system is a which kind of software, students? So it's a system software or application software? It's a system software, isn't it? So two types of software you have studied in the last chapter. So what are two types of software? System software as well as application software, isn't it? So operating system comes under which kind of software? System software. So what's the main use of this operating system? So this operating system is mainly used to communicate with that is this operating system make the hardware to communicate with your software. That's the user interaction. So already you have studied in the last chapter. So what are the hardware devices you are connected to the computer? So it will communicate with the hardware device and makes the hardware device to interact with the user, isn't it? So and also it acts as a which person? Just like a intermediary person between whom and whom? Between the user as well as the hardware. And also this operating system will control what are all the devices you have connected in the computer. So and also what are all the softwares you have installed in the computer. So overall execution is controlled by whom? This operating system, isn't it? So this and all you have studied thorough in last chapter itself. So what are the important features or functions of the operating system? So last chapter you have studied, no? So what are the important features? Memory management, process management, device management and file management, isn't it? So just introduction you have studied in this kind of management in last chapter, isn't it, Arna? So listen. So this is the overview of an operating system. So listen carefully. So what's the use of operating system? Mainly will act as an intermediary person between the user as well as the hardware and the software. And also it makes the user to interact, isn't it? So listen carefully. So see from a lower level. Okay. So the lower level if you are seeing means, see, so lower level hardware devices you can take as a hardware device. So maybe lot of hardware devices there, isn't it? CPU, then motherboard, keyboard, what are the things? Projector, scanner, etc., etc. What are things you are connected to a system? That and all a hardware device, isn't it? So some examples, only 3 examples they are giving: CPU, RAM, and IO. IO means input output device. What do you mean by input output? So what are the input and output device you have studied? What are the input and output device? So now in the first chapter itself you have studied input and output device. Mouse, keyboard, this and all input device. Monitor, printer, projector, this and all output device, isn't it? So hardware, what are the hardwares you are connected to the computer? All it will come under one hardware. Then next box is for software. So how many types of software you have studied? 2 types, isn't it? What are they? System software as well as application software. So both application software as well as system software is managed by whom? This operating system. Understood? Okay. So listen, user 1, user 2 and user n. That means any number of, that is n number of users can able to use the system. So if the user is giving some request or interacting with the software, so immediately see any kind of softwares may be interact. So sometimes the user is using application software. Okay, so that application software is controlled by whom? Operating system. So now this operating system, that means this application software needs to work properly, means what are all the hardware devices connected to the computer needs to be work properly, isn't it? So see, this operating system is the intermediary person between whom and whom? This software as well as hardware, and it acts as intermediary person for user. Understood the overview of an operating system? Okay. So next we are going to study about Windows operating system. Okay. So last chapter we have studied lot of operating systems, isn't it? Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, IO, some examples you have studied, no? Okay. So here you are going to study about introduction to Windows operating system. So which kind of operating system you are going to study? Windows operating system. Okay. So if your computer needs to work properly, means so the computer should have some operating system, isn't it? So with that operating system only the computer will work properly, isn't it? That's the first point they are telling. So each and every computer needs some operating system to function properly. Okay. So which one is the best operating system? Windows. Among lot of operating system is there. Among that lot of operating system, Windows is the most popular and the most interactive for the user. Okay, which one is the most popular operating system? Among the lot of Ubuntu, Linux, lot of things are there. Among that, Windows operating system is the most popular as well as familiar operating system. So one of the most important features is we can see in this Windows operating system is GUI. So last chapter we have studied in GUI, graphical user interface. What do you mean by graphical user interface? So using the mouse you can able to click the lot of icons, using keyboard you can type. So best example is graphical user interface, the online application forms. Within the form itself you can able to select lot of things. That's the interface between the user and the particular media, isn't it? So the graphical interface maybe looks as a lot of vibrant colors. So by seeing for lot of websites, by seeing the websites itself you can see, for example, online shopping, different websites are there, online shopping. So by seeing the websites itself you can able to attract, isn't it, by seeing the colors and the features. So that and we can call as a graphical user interface. So this operating system is mostly support on this kind of graphical user interface. Okay, then so multiple application, this Windows operating system support multiple applications can able to run simultaneously. For example, in your system you are opening a word file. For typing you are opening a word file, at the same time you are playing one song. Mostly the students or people will hear songs and they will do their work, isn't it? So at the same time you can able to play the songs and you can do your typing work. Same time you can able to give printout. So that simultaneously more number of applications you are using. That is called what? Multitasking. Important one more question. Sometimes they will ask for 2 mark also. Define multitasking. Very, very important question. So what do you mean by multitasking? So multiple applications can execute same time. That simultaneously is called what? Multitasking. Okay. So what are the input devices is accepted by this operating system means keyboard as well as mouse. Okay, so you what's the use of mouse? See, this is the pointer. By moving the mouse only you can able to move this pointer. I am moving this pointer by means of this mouse. Okay, so this mouse is interact with this operating system by what? You can able to click, you can able to drag, you can able to move something. So this and all you can done by what? With the help of mouse. So this will support using what? This Windows operating system. Okay, so next one is keyboard. What's the use of keyboard? So using the keyboard you can able to enter the type, you can able to type what are things you need. You can able to type alphabets, numbers and special characters. Okay, whatever may be. So what's the important things of Windows operating system? So each and every computer will have some operating system needs to function. So one important most popular feature supported by this operating system is GUI, that is graphical user interface. So in this operating system at the same time more number of applications you can able to execute. That only can call this one multitasking. So this operating system uses what are the types of input device? Keyboard as well as mouse. So what's the use of mouse? Mouse is mainly used to interact by means of you can able to click, you can able to drag, you can able to move, isn't it? Keyboard is mainly used to enter, type anything. Maybe it's alphabets or numbers or characters or symbols, whatever may be. Understood? Next one is So what are the functions of Windows? See, that's a introduction about Windows operating system. So next one is what are the functions of Windows operating system? Okay, so you can able to access lot of applications. So whatever maybe, it's a word, it's a game, or it's a calculator, it's a clock, it is spreadsheet, whatever maybe. Okay, so whatever software you can able to install in the operating system, you can able to access the particular application software by using this Windows operating system. Okay, so and also you can able to install any new softwares or any new program on the computer. Okay, so and also this operating system can able to manage lot of hardware, whatever hardware device may be. Maybe the computer is connected by a printer, scanner, camera, then projector, printer, whatever maybe, Xerox machine, whatever may be. So what are things is connected by the computer, all the things is managed by whom? This operating system. Okay, and also file management activities. So what do I mean by file management activities? You can able to create a new folder, you can able to save something inside the folder, you can able to delete something in the folder. Okay, so this one we can call as a what? File management activities. Okay, so next you can able to change the color scheme, whatever based on your wish you can able to make the color scheme, that is brightness you can able to change, and also you can able to that save a screen savers, and also you can able to change your background pictures, whatever may be. Okay, so what are the functions of Windows operating system? You can able to access lot of applications. Application in the sense whatever applications may be, maybe a word processor, games, spreadsheets, calculators, or whatever may be. Okay, so and also you can able to install a new program. So what are the hardware devices connected by the computer can be managed by this operating system. And also lot of file management activity. What are file management activities? You can able to create new file, delete, whatever may be. Okay, and also you can able to change the settings. What are the settings? Color scheme you can able to change, then screen savers, etc, etc. Understood? Okay, so listen carefully. So next you are going to study one very important 5-mark question. So this question is very important. Same way you have studied the generations of computers in the first chapter. Okay, so generations of computer have studied in first chapter, no? Isn't it or not? Yes. Same way, how importance you have given for the generations of computers in the first chapter, same you need to give for this versions of Windows operating system. This is also very important 5-mark question. Okay, so this question also you need to draw the tabular column like this, and also you need to draw the logo diagram like this. What's the important thing means name. So Windows 1.x, 2.x, the name is very important. Then here Windows, each year what's the name of the Microsoft, that is maybe Microsoft Windows. Each and every year the Windows name will change. Then what are the features? Very important. Here also very all the things are important here. Okay, listen. So what's the first version of Windows operating system mean? Windows 1.x. Okay, what's the first version? Windows 1.x. In which year they have introduced to mean? In the year 1985. So this is the symbol. So what's the version? Windows 1. That is Microsoft Windows. Which company introduced means Microsoft Windows. Okay. So in the year 1985 itself they have introduced this Windows 1.x. So what are the features mean? So here that graphical user interface is a 16-bit processor. Okay. How many bit processor they have used? 16-bit. Okay. So in this year only they have introduced which as an input device? Mouse as an input device. Understood? So by your own you can, if you are one time if you are reading means you can able to write by your own itself. Next version is Windows 2.x. Okay, so that same company Microsoft Windows only, but in which year they have introduced? 1987. So this version onwards you can able to maximize and minimize. So you can able to maximize the screen as well as minimize the screen. Okay, then so here this year onwards they have introduced control panel. Okay, so inside the control panel only you can able to change a lot of settings. Control panel is similar to your mobile phone settings. Inside the settings lot of settings are there, isn't it? So if you need to change some settings, you will go inside the settings and you will select which appropriate settings you need, isn't it? Same way in computer you need to change the settings, means you need to go inside control feature and you can able to change the system settings and what are the options you need. Okay, so in which year they have introduced? 1987. So in this year what are the features they have introduced? So in this you can maximize means you can able to see the screen in full view. Minimize means that screen you are minimizing and you can able to see. Okay, so in which feature they have introduced? Control panel feature. Understood? Okay, then next version is Windows 3.x. Okay, what's the next version? Windows 3 point. Which company? Same company, Microsoft Windows. Which year they have introduced means 1992. Okay, so this year only they have introduced the concept of multitasking. What do you mean by multitasking? So at the same time, you can able to open the multiple applications, isn't it? That is called multitasking. So in the year 1992, they have introduced the concept called what? Multitasking. Okay, so here in this year onwards, they have this operating system will support nearly 256 colors. Okay, 256 colors means you will think red, green, blue, that only that colors are there. No, so not like that. That means light red, then dark red, then lighter than light red, isn't it? Okay, likewise they have introduced how many colors? So this operating system support nearly 256 colors. So if you are seeing means you can able to look and feel. It will shows the, for example, you are designing something, a website or anything mean, so you can able to apply lot of colors in that website. So by seeing itself you can feel, look and feel, or you can able to feel, so you need to open that one. That's the use of that vibrant colors. Okay, so in this year onwards they have support how many colors? 256. Okay, so what's the next version means? Windows 95. So after 3.x they have introduced which one? Windows 95. So this also introduced by which companies means Microsoft Windows. So in which year they have introduced means 1995. Okay, so this year onwards, listen carefully, they have introduced start button. Okay, so start button means at the corner. So corner of the computer you have seen means here on start button will be there. Okay, so in this Windows 95 onwards they have introduced what? Start button. Okay, so at the lower portion on bar will be there, that is called taskbar. Okay, taskbar. In the taskbar, so they have introduced which button? Start button and also start menu. So what are the features they have introduced? Start button, Windows Explorer and start menu. So Windows Explorer is nothing but just like a Google Chrome. Okay, so this year onwards they have introduced 32-bit processor. So first they have introduced which, how many bits processor? 16-bit. But in the year 1995 onwards they have introduced which one? 32-bit processor. Okay, so by introduce this one, they can able to work more number of multitasking. Understood? Okay. So next version is Windows 98. Okay, so Windows 98 is introduced by the year 1998. So which company means? Microsoft Windows. Okay, so here, so last we have studied web internet browser, isn't it? So here they have introduced Internet Explorer. So now also you might have seen Internet Explorer. Have you seen the symbol E just like a Google Chrome? Yes. So that is Internet Explorer. So this Windows 98 onwards they have introduced this one, Internet Explorer. Okay. So here this Windows 98 onward the operating system will support lot of gaming options, that is games. Lot of games this operating system will support. What are the games? That is DOS gaming. Okay, so here plug and play. Plug and play means you can able to pin something, you can able to install something, and based on, for example, in your mobile phone, the home screen, some things you will keep at the home screen, some things you won't keep at the home screen. What are the things you need, that you will pin. Same way, that is called plug and play. Okay, the next version is Windows NT. So that also introduced by a company, Microsoft Windows. Okay, so this Windows will act just like a servers. What do I mean by servers? So all the files is stored in a one computer called one server. Okay, then after NT they have introduced Windows ME. This is introduced by the company Windows Me. Okay, so Windows Me is introduced in the year 2000. Okay, so here introduced automated system and recovery tools. Recovery tools mean, so unknowingly you have deleted some files. So after some days you need that file. So here after that introducing Windows ME you can able to recover the files using some softwares. Okay, so next version is Windows 2000. Okay, so Windows 2000 Professional. Windows 2000 is introduced by the company that Windows only. Okay, so this kind of operating system is mostly used by whom? That is desktop and laptop. So here listen carefully. So in this Windows 2000 4 versions they have introduced. How many versions they have introduced? Windows 2004 versions. What are the version mean? First version is Professional. So this picture or this diagram they have displayed as a Professional. Okay, so for Professional only mostly they will use for what? Business people will use what? Professional. And also laptops, they will mostly install this professional. Okay. The next one is Windows Server. So that means huge number of files if you need to save in the system means that we can say server. So that kind of systems they will install what? Windows Server. So next one is advanced server. Advanced server means like online business. Those who are doing online business, they will use what? Advanced server. Okay. Then data center server. That is high traffic computer. That is more number of networks are connected means if the particular system more number of network connected means you need to install what? That data center. Understood? Okay. So next version is Windows XP. So this Windows XP is introduced in which year? 2001. So here they have introduced 64-bit processor. Okay. So first they have introduced 8-bit, then 16-bit. Then how many bit processor? 64-bit processor. Okay. So from Windows XP onwards you can see lot of themes and lot of wallpapers. Okay. Then next version is Windows Vista. Okay, what's the next version? Windows Vista. So they have introduced in the year 2006. So in this Windows Vista, if you see means just like a look and feel, more vibrant colors will be there. So next one is Windows 7. Okay, Windows 7 is compared to Windows Vista, booting time was improved. Booting time means starting time. Once you are on the system, you can able to start the system as a fast. That is booting time. Okay, so here lot of things they have introduced. Okay, arrow pinning programs. Pinning program means so in the taskbar will be there. Based on your wish, you can able to pin the programs on the taskbar. Okay, so and also in this Windows 7 onward they have introduced Internet Explorer version 8. Okay, next they have introduced Windows 8. So in which year they have introduced means 2012. So this Windows 8 is faster than previous. What are the previous sessions you have studied? So compared to that, this sessions is very faster. Okay, so already have studied start button, isn't it? From Windows 8 version onwards they have removed the start button. Okay, so but from Windows 8 onwards they have introduced solid state drive, that is SSD. Okay, that your system becomes run more fast. Okay, and also from Windows 8 onwards touch screens. So nowadays the touch laptops will be there, touch tablets is there, isn't it? So from this Windows 8 onwards they have introduced touch screens also. So this Windows 8 also we can able to use for mobile and computer. So next version is Windows 10. So in this Windows 10 again they have added which one? Windows 8 they have removed, but Windows 10 again they have added. So multiple desktop. Here you can see means multiple applications you can use at a desktop. Okay. So here central notification center. That notification means in a mobile phone you can see a notification message likewise one, and that notification, all the notifications will come as a sender. Okay. Then Cortana voice activated personal assistant. Okay, here the this will act as a personal assistant. Understood, students? Okay, so very important questions again and again I am telling. So after completion of this session, students, please study it, write it and see. Please study it, write it and see in your rough note or computer notebook or whatever maybe. So same way, tabular column you need to write the names, year, diagrams and the features you need to write. At least 2 points enough. Each feature, that means each windows you need to write 2 points. So some windows they have given 4 or 5 and no need to write 4 and 5. Only 2 points enough. Okay students, very important expected question. So don't waste time, study thorough. Okay, thank you students, take care.